Hi, it's Michelle Berryman here from Pahutakawa Coast Toastmasters. Over the last few weeks, I have been introducing you to members of our club. Today, I'd like to introduce you to Sheryl Hobman. Hi, Sheryl.
Hi, Michelle.
Thanks for being here with me today.
You're welcome.
Now, I have a question for you. What was your reason for joining Toastmasters?
Okay, my reason for joining Toastmasters is a lot of variation in that. I think I am a naturally shy person, but I feel there's power in being quietly confident. So you can be the shy person, but there can be this confidence underneath you. So for me, I would even shy away from group social situations where I needed to talk. Surrounding myself around people who are naturally chatty made me feel comfortable, because then I could be the one that just listened and said a few things, but didn't have to join in the conversation because everybody else was happy chatting. Even more difficult topics as well, I would feel, what have I got to bring to this conversation? So I would just sit and again listen. I toyed with joining Toastmasters for so many years before I actually walked through the door of Pahutakawa Coast Toastmasters. And I was never brave enough in those years beforehand to go past one meeting. And I feel the confidence, or what's the word? the strength it takes to go to that second meeting, to actually get on board with joining Toastmasters and doing the tasks involved. I have seen people since I've been with Pahutakawa come and do that one visit, and you can see the nerves and you can see the shyness, and you know that everybody in that room is hoping they come back for that second meeting, because that's where you're going to get that growth and get comfortable talking in front of other people. So my why was to get more comfortable talking to groups of people, but also for work as well. I was shying away from saying yes to things all the time, whether it's things like this or speaking in front of groups. And I just thought, well, this is silly. Why? I've got things to say and things I want to share, and I should be saying yes to these things. So coming to Toastmasters, you learn how to present in front of others, but you also get that really good feedback and encouragement. And you know that everybody else is struggling like you are, maybe in different ways, but everybody else is on that same journey, even if they've been with Toastmasters for a long time. So it's a really nice, supportive way to practice those skills.
Thanks for sharing. I think we all resonate with it took us a while to get there, and that first meeting was the hardest.
And the second.
Yeah, and the second, and sometimes the third, but we get there. If you keep going, it works out.
It
Thanks,
does.
Cheryl.
It starts feeling normal.
Exactly, exactly. The unfamiliar starts becoming familiar, doesn't it? You've been at Toastmasters for 3 years now. What roles have you held, and what have you gained from each role?
So I was with Toastmasters for a year, and then we had a change of execs. So that's the group that help run the club, the committee, so to speak. And I was approached to be president of the executive team, which for me was, why are they suggesting I be president? I haven't even had an executive role yet. But they reassured me that I could do it and that I'd get the support needed. And that is exactly what happened. It was a fantastic way of pushing me into a role and into the executive team. It was daunting to start with, but the group is so supportive. So being president seemed like a big deal to start with, but then it didn't end up being a big deal. I came to Toastmasters to be challenged. So I had to say yes. I had to say yes because that was the ultimate challenge. Let's see how far I could push myself. And I jumped into that role to start with. The last year I've been as secretary, so I stepped back. I enjoy typing. I enjoy being part of the team. So that was a natural fit for me. It wasn't quite as challenging this year, but now I can sit and observe other people in the different roles and other people doing the president role. And it's each time you're observing as well, you're also learning how you get into that role again, what you might do a bit different, because we all do those roles differently.
Fantastic. I think I joined at the end of your presidency, and I thought you'd just been doing it forever, and I could not believe that it was your first year in Toastmasters. So good for you for stepping up to the challenge. You certainly did that.
Thanks, Michelle.
Well, thank you, Sheryl. Well, that's Sheryl. That you've met Sheryl now. We'll introduce you to another Toastmaster next week. So thank you, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you then.
Thanks, Michelle.